Hi, I'm going to talk to you about the missing people who may possibly drive the future of services trade. So when we look at services trade data, usually what it does is it reflects the perspectives and activities of big businesses. But increasingly now, thanks to the internet, we have individuals and micro businesses who are actually engaging in global trade. And this can take the form of people selling their computer programming services or their data entry services or graphic design services online to somebody in another country. What we're finding also is that Africa is leading in this regard, selling many freelance services to people in the rest of the world. Yet this is completely invisible in our existing trade data. What if I told you that we could actually tap into these activities and actually capture and measure these kinds of trading activities that are taking place globally? And this is exactly what we are doing. We basically looked out and we captured the opinions of 50,000 people around the world in over 40 countries, including 10 in Africa, on the degree to which they're engaged in selling freelance services and products online. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we found in terms of our Africa responses. But before I do that, I just want to tell you two things that are really important about the data that you're going to see, that are different about these data. The first is that we're collecting data from individuals, not from businesses. And this is different than any trade data that you're going to see. And the second is that the data are representative of the internet using population, because we want to tap into the full set of responses that the full set of people who are active online that could potentially be engaged in this kind of freelance online activity. And what we find is that Africa is again leading, that Nigeria is one of the countries that stands out, where there is a significant share of the population that are selling their services online. We also find that there's more younger Africans than older ones engaged in this kind of activity. So when we look at 18 to 24-year-olds, we find that 1 in 5 Nigerians, Kenyans, and Ugandans are actually selling their freelance services online. And we also find that this is not just an urban phenomenon. We find that people who are in rural areas actually are selling some of their services online. So rural respondents said 14% of our rural respondents said that they were selling freelance services online, compared to 17% in urban areas. So it's not, you can now engage in the global economy even from a rural area. This is important, and you can see from these kinds of results that we really need to pay attention to this new kind of trade and think through what the policy and other implications are of this kind of trade. So I'm really excited to continue on with this kind of work, and I would really love to hear from anybody who's there that would love to discuss it further with me. And so please be in touch, and thank you very much.